We're going to talk about a woman named Sally. Sally's a single parent with a child. She works full time. She gets paid $14 an hour. She has bills like the rest of us: rent, electric, car payment, car insurance. She brings home about $1,600 a month, and her bills on average are about $1,550, give or take. She's making it, but barely. And that amount doesn't even include groceries, internet, cable, cell phone, gas, nor does it include any kind of child support. Now it's a really cold December. She gets an electric bill for $600. How do you think Sally's going to pay for that? She doesn't, because she can't. So her power gets shut off, and in her lease it says that if any of her utilities are shut off, she will get evicted. So now she's in court crying to a judge who doesn't even care and has 10 days to get out. Well, she's in luck because she found somewhere within 3 days to spare, and it's only $650 a month. But to get in, she has to pass a background and a credit check, which now she can't because she just got evicted. Sally has never been a criminal, but even if she could pass the background and the credit check, she's looking at $1,300 just to move in after paying the deposit and the first month's rent. The time is up. The landlord shows up at 7 a.m. with the police and changes her locks. So now Sally is living in her car with her 7-year-old son and everything they need to get by. Sally tried to get a storage unit, but didn't have a billing address, so they wouldn't allow her to rent one. She could only take what would fit in her back seat. She pays to shower at a local truck stop and eats whatever can be cooked in a gas station microwave. Someone sees Sally and her son living like this, calls CPS, and guess what happens next? They remove Sally's child from her care. As if that isn't devastating enough, Sally also loses her job because an employee losing their child reflects poorly on the company. So now Sally goes and applies for an apartment with the region where the waiting list is 3 to 7 years. Sally then goes to Walmart, puts in an application. When she returns to her car, someone has smashed her back window and helped themselves to her belongings. Remember that it's December and it's really cold. And now she has damage to her only shelter. She calls their insurance company, who says her deductible is $1,000. And they're going to now increase her monthly rate because she is now considered high risk. She calls the local homeless shelter as a last resort, and all of their beds are full. I think I'll stop here, because I think you get it. I think you get the point. The people that we work with every day are these people. We are these people. We are all so close to homelessness and don't even realize it. All it takes is one unexpected bill, one fender bender, one layoff, one house fire, one major illness. Instead of talking trash about people who are poor or homeless or need assistance, why not try to be thankful that you are not in their shoes yet? Why don't you try to give actual advice to help someone get out of their circumstance? Be a resource, not just another person talking about how bad Sally is. I guarantee you, Sally knows how bad things are. Sally knows she needs help. Sally knows everyone is talking about her. Sally is trying her best. When I see older women, like mid-40s and older, comparing their accomplishments with young women in their 20s, it makes me sick. Your 50-year-old life cannot be compared to someone who is close to 30 years younger than you. If you have never been in a situation where you needed any kind of assistance to care for your family, you've never been homeless, you've never had multiple children, you cannot tell someone how they should be living or judge them for how they are. It is also not okay to act as though you are better than someone like Sally because you've never had to experience their hardships. On the same token, if you have been in their shoes of a Sally, you should be trying to help instead of judging. How quickly we forget what it is like to struggle when we no longer have to. How quickly we forget what it's like to be judged when we feel we no longer have reason to be. This is about staying humble and being kind. Be thankful you are not in Sally's shoes today. Tomorrow or next month, it could be you. How would you want to be treated if you ended up being a Sally?